I haven't even talked to Chud yet, so I can't even. You guys come in here and tell me that, but nothing's been told to me. I prepare every week the same way. I'm gonna prepare the same way this week. So this is in this league. You never know what could happen, and that's just kind of what you got to prepare for and go from there.
And having Josh Gordon come back into the offense, that'll help everybody.
Yeah, Josh is a great player, so obviously when you get a great player back, it's going to help. And like I said before, we just got to take every week, learn from what we can, and continue to build on that.
Brian,
go ahead.
Sorry, it's nothing new, but how do you stay sharp when you're not in there week in, week out?
You're still practicing. Even if it's not your own reps, you're playing football. So, we go through the same drills as Brandon, individual and things like that. They're still throwing routes, and then when you get your scout team reps, I try to always translate it to a play that we have, and not always. That doesn't always happen. Some teams, they throw up a card, and I'm like, I've never seen this play ever before, but you try to relate it to something that you can do, and you still get your reps that way. And then as far as when our offense is up, I'm sitting back there, and I always try to get right behind the quarterback and try to see, go through the read on my own.
So you feel, if you get thrown in there, you'd feel 100% ready.
Yeah, I shouldn't be here if I didn't feel that way. So, I've had experience of being a guy who you never know when your name's going to get called, and you can get thrown in there at a moment's notice, and in that way, it's taught me to prepare like you are the one that's going to be playing the whole game. Same thing, in that preseason week, I didn't know if Brandon was going to play, if Jason was going to play, and mentally I had prepared myself to play the whole game like I do every time, and I think that helped paid off, and it's all a lot of this game is about the mental aspect of it, and just always being ready for whatever, and if you can do it, which is it's not easy to do because you never know what's going to happen, so you always want to prepare for the unknown.
What's the level of adjustment or challenge in taking reps with the ones when you haven't?
It's not. It's football. You take a few extra snaps with Alex because you haven't taken as many. Make sure you get that down. And like I said, we always throw one-on-ones, and it's a constant rotation. So there's not a guy over there that I haven't thrown to, and that's what practice is for. So however many reps I get this week, it doesn't really. Obviously, the more you get, the better. But for me, I'm used to not getting a ton of reps and being expected to be ready to play.
The offensive line's taken, a lot of heat for these first two games with all the sacks and everything like that. What are your thoughts on how good this offensive line is?
I think they're great. It's like I just said, that defensive front we just played the other day is pretty darn good, and they're getting paid too. And that's the point of the game. That's what's great about this league is everyone's competing against each other. And sometimes you're going to win some, sometimes you're going to lose some, but you have to be able to move on. And I think we have a resilient team that's able to bounce back. And you've seen it. We fight to the end. And like I said, I'm just sitting over there in street clothes, but you can see it. Even there's no give up in any of these guys, and I think that's something that is you can be built upon, and you just gotta keep going at it, and eventually things are going to break.
Okay. All right. Thanks.